Triple H has a major announcement coming up on Raw. We're going to talk about it in today's video. As always, we're going to have different topics as well, so I'm going to put those timestamps in the description down below. We're going to kick things off with some AEW news, and more specifically, Kenny Omega. This is actually really exciting for anybody who paid attention to AEW and AAA in 2021. There was supposed to be a massive matchup between Kenny Omega and Vikingo. This match did not go down. Obviously, Kenny was hurt. And now we finally got some good news. Despite the fact that this is months away, AAA has announced that Kenny Omega will be coming back to Triple Mania, and this time he will be taking on Vikingo for the AAA Mega Championship belt. Now, this is actually really exciting for those who paid attention to what was going down. This is obviously a very big-time matchup, and I still don't know if AAA really wants to have Kenny win the belt or not, but you know, this is a good sign of their working relationship with AEW being good. Obviously, Conan has been pretty open about this, talking about their working relationship and talking about things, you know, where there were some issues that were reported between AAA and AEW. This is a sign that things are back on track. I'm obviously very excited for this match. I think this is going to be a very good match. Now, keep in mind with Triple Mania, this is going to be taking place in July 15th, I believe is the exact date. So we got several months until we get to this event. I'm going to assume for all intents and purposes that Vikingo will still be holding the AAA Mega Championship. But if not, we'll see what happens. But nonetheless, I'm very excited to see this match go down. I want to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Now we're going to start talking a little bit about Mercedes Moné. Just when you think that maybe she would be away from the news cycle, it actually appears to be the opposite. Right now, there's tons of talk about Mercedes Moné, aka Sasha Banks, and the reason for this is because now it appears that she will, in fact, be a free agent very, very soon. According to Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful Select, he noted that Mercedes Moné is set to become a free agent according to her team. And wow, this is some really interesting stuff. So for those who don't know, Mercedes Moné has no more dates left with Stardom as of this moment, but according to her, and this is all according to her team, the two sides are open to doing more business in the future, and Stardom were said to be very happy with the deal and the business that she actually brought to the company. They were told that both sides have been open to doing business again in the future, but that it would likely require a bigger renegotiation after the business she drew there. It was also reported this weekend that there was an extension to her deal with NJPW Stardom, but they were told that members of her team, by members of her team, that as of now, that covers the May New Japan Pro Wrestling show in the United States. And then the sources that they spoke to in New Japan weren't sure how long the deal ran, but did say that there weren't matches scheduled in Japan for at least a while. So this is very interesting, especially considering this past weekend there was news and rumors that came out that perhaps maybe Mercedes Varnado would like to move permanently to Japan and stay there long term. And then, of course, there's rumors that she could be headed to AEW for the Forbidden Door 2 event. And then there's also some rumors that even potentially a WWE return could be, you know, a possibility. Now, I mentioned this on Twitter. I see a lot of people on Twitter, and of course, this is where tribalism enters the conversation. But I see a lot of people, for some reason, you know, they don't watch Stardom. They're not watching New Japan Pro Wrestling, but there's a lot of people out here who are very disappointed that Mercedes is not back in the WWE. And, you know, the thing is, when you watch her every single week on Raw or SmackDown, you know, the thing is you have weekly access to her. And the truth is she obviously works a lot less dates than New Japan. But the quality of her matches and everything that she has done to build up her matches to feel like a big deal in New Japan or Stardom, she's done a great job with that. And I think a lot of people are being critical because simply of tribalism. But, you know, I think those same people would react very positively if she returned to WWE. Now, I've been on record saying that I would love to see her back in WWE. I would. I wouldn't have an issue with her working AEW. I wouldn't have an issue with her working New Japan. I'm glad to see that she left WWE and is still relevant and still successful, because sometimes people leave the company and things go downhill. But for her, she has proven that she is a big star outside of the WWE, and that's all that really matters. Now, of course, with her becoming a free agent, it's going to be something very interesting to pay attention to. Do I think that she'll sign full-time with AEW? No, I don't think so. I don't think that's a possibility. You never know if that's the case, obviously. But I just think right now, with everything she's done in Japan, it just seems like a way better fit for her, and therefore I support that entirely. With that being said, though, I'll keep you guys updated along the way if there's any major developments, but if there's not, I won't be talking about it much more. Guys, AEW Collision, what's going on? We know the rumors that AEW Collision is set to be the CM Punk's return. Well, now Brian Alvarez was talking about this on the Wrestling Observer Live, and I thought this was really interesting because Alvarez made it clear that nothing has been confirmed to him, but he believes that they will announce that they are headed to the United Center for the debut episode of Collision on June 17th. He then goes on to say that he was told that the debut Collision show will have a special tagline for the event that is in reference to CM Punk, and in fact, he goes on to say that he believes they are going to announce CM Punk's return prior to the actual event. He says, what I know is that they have a tagline for this show. You guys remember The Last Dance? AEW never confirmed CM Punk was coming to the company, but The Last Dance, CM Punk shows up. It was in Chicago. It was obviously made to be a big deal. Now AEW is going to try to replicate that, but this time it seems like they will announce it ahead of time. Now here's the thing. I am super happy that AEW is getting another TV show. I am not happy that AEW is getting a TV show possibly on Saturday nights. Too much competition, quite frankly. I'm watching too much wrestling per week, and I love watching wrestling. I love watching Raw, NXT, Dynamite, and Impact, and ROH, and all of these shows. But then I want to watch UFC pay-per-views or boxing pay-per-views and all of these big-time events, plus college football and other sports. Saturday nights is going to be so incredibly crowded. I just think this is a very, very stupid move, in my opinion. Now, granted, there's going to be other people who are okay with that. And listen, if you don't want to go out and do anything other than watch AEW Collision, good for you. But I am not going to sit here and act as if an AEW Collision post-show every week is something I have in the plans. I can't. I can't sit here and act like I'm super excited to review this show and do all of these different things. There's so many things going on in the world of pro wrestling as well as outside of pro wrestling. I want to be able to participate in both. And the idea that AEW is going to use this brand split because CM Punk and the Elite could never get back on good terms, that is a strange idea. I'm really hoping AEW figures this out. This show is going to make Rampage feel pointless. I want to see what AEW is doing, what they have in the works. I have no idea what to expect, but it is what it is. We'll see what happens. But yeah, let's move on. Guys, Triple H has a major announcement for WWE Raw. And there was rumors about this, and then finally WWE confirmed with Byron Saxton posting. WWE posted a video with Byron Saxton outside of Chicago. And basically, Byron Saxton confirmed that Triple H will be on the show to make a huge announcement. Now, as of this time of recording, there hasn't been a rundown that's been published yet, so we don't know exactly when this announcement will take place. Nobody exactly knows anything about this announcement because it's been reportedly very, very quiet. There are a lot of things that WWE is not, like, nobody's giving hints to anybody. There's no reports or anything like that with substance that makes you believe that, you know, we know what the announcement is. But I do want to point out, we have Bad Bunny on the show. And we also have a live episode from Chicago. If Triple H doesn't make a massive announcement, this is going to be a huge blunder. Now, I believe it would make a lot of sense for Triple H to give us a major update in regards to the WWE draft and maybe some changes to expect to WWE. There has been rumors for a while, and we talked about this on the channel, so if you're not subscribed, you missed it. But there's been rumors for a while that WWE was going to go to brand-specific pay-per-views, and then there was rumors that potentially WWE could be bringing back general managers. And then obviously, if you guys remember, months ago, we spoke about Triple H presenting a new World Championship belt. So I'm hoping, in the very slightest, this announcement would be something like that because it would be a massive change for WWE going forward. Now, I did put out a tweet and I said, I'm really hoping that this isn't going to be like TK on AEW because every week Tony Khan has a major announcement and then the announcement isn't major. More often than not, the announcements aren't major. And I'm hoping WWE doesn't do the same thing. So the quality of the announcements will really make or break. And as you guys see with AEW, a lot of the announcements aren't quality announcements. I'm only hoping that this is a quality announcement because I hate to point this out, but with Triple H, he's not the on-screen character that's running the show Raw and Smackdown. Adam Pearce is. So I'm wondering, why isn't Adam Pearce doing so? And that's where I'm hoping that this announcement is actually a game changer for WWE and not just some storyline type of stuff. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.